boy.
Here we go, ready? Hi, this is Keith Trim with KeithTrim.com. I'm with Marv Engles, who whenever I go to Walmart tells me a joke at the checkout. And one day, I was going through the line, and he told me he had a 70th high school reunion, and it kind of floored me because I thought, how old are you? And how old are you?
87.
And he still works at Walmart. How long have you been there?
Almost 25 years.
So I told Marv at the checkout line I wanted to get his life story, so let's go back a little bit. Where are you from, Marv?
Well, I was born in the next county over here, Thayer County, on a farm south of Hebron, and my father was a farmer all his life, and our family had a history of never going beyond the 8th grade. And my grandfather's theory was that unless you're going to be a preacher or a teacher, 8th grade is enough. But as I got to the end of my grade school days, why I liked school, so I wanted to go on to high school, and my aunt sided with me. My parents were in favor of it, and so on and so forth. So I went to high school and graduated, and surprise of surprises, at my high school graduation, my grandfather and grandmother were there. And Grandpa told my dad, he said, if that kid wants any more education, send him. I'll see that he gets it. So he had more money than we did. So anyway, I went on to college the next year. Of course, I graduated in 41. Started college in the fall of 41, but in December of 41, Pearl Harbor. So I finished that 1 year, but in spring of 42, then the college, the Hebron Junior College closed and never opened again. And so I had to go into service, and I graduated from high school in 41, graduated from college in 49.
Okay.
So spent all that time.
So what degree did you get?
BA, Bachelor of Science.
Okay.
BS, yeah. And I had decided I wanted to be a teacher, and my minister had always tried to talk me into becoming a minister. And so I guess I decided to do a little of both. I became the principal of a Lutheran school, and I was principal of this Lutheran school for 25 years. I was the organist, I was the choir director, taught 7th and 8th grade, was the principal, and the first year I even did the janitor work. But 1 year, that was enough of that.
Where was this at?
This was in Deshler, Nebraska, Peace Lutheran School, Deshler, Nebraska. And during my 25 years there, I started junior high basketball, and it wasn't long that there was another parochial school in town, Missouri Synod Lutheran Parochial School, and there was the public school. And after several, I started it 1 year, this junior high basketball, and I played with just my school. Next year, the Missouri Synod School joined us. They wanted to play, and after that, the public school was, and so I was coaching all the junior high kids in town, and I did that for 25 years. I was there, coached Legion baseball all 25 years. I had my Legion baseball midget team in 1953 and 54 were state champions. And also, spelling was, I had a major in English, and my pet, I guess, was spelling. I love spelling. And there was a stretch in there that one of my pupils won the county spelling contest 9 years in a row. There was another stretch where one of my pupils won the district spelling contest 6 years in a row. And then in 1953, I had a national spelling champion.
Wow.
I took a pupil in 1954. I took a pupil to Washington, but she didn't win. But we went back 3 years later and won the thing, and won it on the word Chihuahua.
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 I couldn't spell it now if I had to.
But anyway, I had many great memories of my years of teaching because I had this choir. I started a children's choir. Usually had about 65, 70 voices, and we sang on the radio, television, cut a 33 1/3 RPM record with them, and became so well known that you couldn't keep up with the requests to sing, hauling 65, 70 kids, you know. So then I started a little 12 group, the Happy Wanderers. 12, it was a pick group, of course. Pick 12 kids, and so we started, instead of taking the whole choir, a lot of times we just take this small group, and we were dressed in red, white, and blue. And got to sing a lot of times, a lot of places.
So how long did you teach for?
25 years.
When did you end that?
See, I started in 1949 and I ended in 1974. And that's when I moved to Fairbury then.
Okay.
1974. And got involved with a lot of things right away. You see, there was a fellow here named Don Sharon, and he belonged to all kinds of organizations. So he got me in the Elks because they needed an organist. He got me in Kiwanis because they needed an organist. And
So they used you.
still using me. So I don't know. Let's see.
So tell me this. Whenever I see you at Walmart, I always think of a joke, because you always have a joke.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know for sure, but I have been telling them for all my life. Because in school, I'm sure that I'm positive that a day didn't go by without me telling a joke or two in school. Kids remember that, and they always loved that. They really liked that. Some days I'd write one on the board even so they wouldn't forget it.
So it's just part of being a teacher?
So just was a part of my being a teacher. I believe that, humor, I think, is just vital to life. If you don't have humor, you're sunk.
My last question is, what keeps you working at 87?
People keep asking that, you don't have to. Why are you doing it? I said, because I want to. I said, I enjoy it, and I thoroughly enjoy having people leave with a smile. I tell them a joke or something like that. Or play a trick on them, like once in a while I'll say, even adults love this. I say, did you ever see an American hairless dog? No. I said, you never ate a hot dog? They shake their heads. But anyway, and my mother always used to cut out jokes for me. So supply me with jokes. And the kids in school did. If they heard a good joke or something, they'd bring it to school.
Well, if you're ever coming through Walmart in Fairbury, go through Marv's line. He even has a joke for you. It's pretty good. Marv, thanks a lot for sharing your life story.
You bet. Thank you.